Imagine if one battle, just one, completely changed the history of Europe. What if Napoleon Bonaparte had won the Battle of Waterloo? Would France dominate Europe? Would Britain lose its place as the world's greatest empire? And could the modern world look completely different? Let's rewrite history. It's June 18th, 1815. Napoleon has escaped exile and reclaimed the French throne, but almost every major European power wants him gone. Britain, Prussia, Austria, and Russia have formed a massive alliance. Everything comes down to one battlefield, Waterloo. In real history, Napoleon lost. The arrival of the Prussian army helped crush the French. Napoleon surrendered. He was exiled again, and his empire came to an end. But today, let's change one tiny thing. Suppose the heavy rain stops earlier, the battlefield dries faster, Napoleon launches his attack hours sooner, the Prussian army is delayed just enough. This time, the French break through, the Duke of Wellington's army retreats. By sunset, Napoleon has done the impossible. He's won. News spreads across Europe. The kings and emperors who celebrated Napoleon's defeat are suddenly terrified. If he can defeat Britain and Prussia once, who says he can't do it again? Instead of celebrating victory, Europe scrambles to negotiate peace. France becomes the most powerful country in continental Europe. Napoleon strengthens alliances. Neighboring kingdoms begin accepting French influence, not because they want to, but because they have little choice. Napoleon wasn't just a military commander, he introduced legal reform, improved administration, modern education, and the Napoleonic Code. Many countries had already adopted parts of these reforms. With Napoleon still in power, even more of Europe might modernize under French influence. But Britain isn't finished. Its navy still controls the seas. Its factories are growing faster than anyone else's. Even after Waterloo, Britain would remain a global power. Instead of one dominant empire, the world might enter a long struggle between two giants, France and Britain, almost like a 19th century version of the Cold War. Now think bigger. If France stays powerful, colonial competition changes completely. Africa, Asia, and parts of the Middle East could fall under very different spheres of influence. Some countries that became British colonies might instead develop under French control. The languages we speak, the laws we follow, even the cultures we know today could look very different. But here's the twist. Winning one battle doesn't guarantee winning history. Napoleon still faced enormous challenges. France was exhausted after years of war. Europe had powerful enemies, economic problems, political resistance, and nationalism would continue growing. Even after victory, keeping such a massive empire together would be incredibly difficult. One path, Napoleon creates a stable European superpower that lasts for generations. The other, Europe plunges into even more wars as nations fight to regain their independence. History could easily have gone either way. Imagine today's world. Would French replace English as the world's most influential language? Would Paris become the undisputed political and financial center of Europe? Would the British Empire ever reach its historic peak? We'll never know, because history took a different road. One rainy day, one delayed army, one battlefield. That's all it took to shape the modern world. History often feels inevitable, but sometimes everything depends on a single decision, made in a single moment. So here's the question. If Napoleon had won at Waterloo, would Europe have enjoyed lasting peace under one powerful empire? Or would an even greater conflict have followed? Let us know what you think in the comments, and subscribe for more alternate history stories where one decision changes everything.